Welcome to the brand new update, everybody, where the Northern Island region has finally released, and we're immediately getting shot at. Who's holding up? Stop, who's there? Who are you? What's your business? I don't know, I'm just checking out the new update. Can you calm down a little bit? What are you doing? Weapons down now. Well, thank you. It's Starsnipe. Yes, they know me. They know about my snipes. They talk about them. Sorry for being like this. I'm Albert. I'm in charge of Genesis Expeditions. Let's go find Citizen K. We need a report that you are at the base, and we are going to go and do exactly that. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, of course, the update has finally fully released. It is available to all. If y'all do not know, we actually get the opportunity to check it out a little bit earlier. So if y'all want to see like everything that the update has, including like we got to check out a lot of the rewards early, be sure to check out that video. It should be like popping up in the top right hand corner of your screen or so, with a little pop-up to go check it out. And also, of course, we have already fought the Concilium boss as well, but today we're going to be going through the first chapter and trying to progress through that and go ahead and show that off so that, you know, we can see what that first chapter is like, since I didn't get the chance to do that during my early access video and show it off for y'all. So, of course, want to get to show it. What up, Citizen K? How's it going? How you doing? Albert's group is going on the next expedition. Oh, I wonder how that's gonna go, that expedition of his. Could you please help them pack, and we'll talk later? Sure thing. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of packing. So we gotta summon some people to set out on the expedition, and we gotta help the motorboat driver check the storm forecast and a couple of other doodads and things there. So we got one person over there, and then the other two should be downs abouts over here. But hopefully everyone out there is having an absolute favorite, fantastic day of the most amazing variety that only keeps on getting better from here on out, whether that be from the video, bring you a smile, bring you a giggle, anything or everything like that. Does not matter to me how a little bit of joy can go and make its way into your day today. I'm just crossing my fingers that I neatly do. Achoo! Achoo! Woo! That's exactly what that joy do, and holy heck. Got a heck of a sneeze out of me too while we're at it. But yeah, that is what is going on. So we are going to be progressing through the initial stages of the update, and as we are doing that, I would love to hear from y'all in that comment section down below as to what y'all think of the update so far, how y'all's experience has been around it, or if y'all have seen the previews and early access that we got to check out earlier around it. Would love to hear what y'all are thinking of the update thus far, and let's go and give you what you need over there. And voila! Now we just must talk to Albert, and they will be off on their merry way on the expedition, and I believe they are going to be sending us to the factory to go ahead and start unlocking things. Because again, before you get to the chapter actually focused on the region of the north, there's a chapter catered towards unlocking the region of the north and ultimately building your boat and stuff like that. We of course already do have our boat built, but it is nice that they are essentially doing this intermediate stuff that's supposed to help people essentially build their boat, which is definitely nifty. But anyways, everything clear? I can tell by your faces it's not. Yeah, sure thing, Albert, sure thing. Good luck on the expedition. I'm sure it's gonna be smooth sailing over there. Okay. Citizen K. All right, speaking of okay, how you doing, citizen? Albert and his group will manage. We need your skills here. Thank you. I'm a quite skilled lad. Thank you for noticing. We've started studying the infected genome, but we lack the necessary equipment. Chris went to the factory to get some parts, but he hasn't come back yet. Please go see if he needs any help. I will happily do that, Citizen K. Thank you for requesting such things from me, because this is how this chapter begins. They send us all to the abandoned factory, and it's supposed to kind of be your you know, I think supposed to like be the introduction of the factory to people. I think a lot of this, like, you know, northern region, like if you were to do this from the start in chronological order, this is the first time that a quest would send you to the factory or so. So, you know, little thing there. But what I was talking about and why y'all definitely want to go ahead and check out that video of which I spoke, we pretty much got to show off everything in the Genesis collection already. So if y'all want to see in-game gameplay footage of it, please, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, be sure to check out some of the other videos that we have dropped on this update already. Of course, make sure you are subscribed with that notification bell hit, because we're going to continue dropping videos on this update and all future updates to keep y'all in the loop with everything that is good, all that is going on, and all that is coming to last down there. So again, make sure you are subscribed and notification bell hit is stay tuned, because it's going to be getting good, ladies and gentlemen. Your sight for sore eyes. The equipment we need should be inside, but the gates won't open without power. Could you fix the electrical panel if you're out of parts? It's no problem. There should be something on the side over here. Yep, that's why we opened up the locker. Now we must follow Chris. We will let hopefully Chris do all the heavy lifting. Yeah, because check this out. Anytime you're on a quest, all right, always let the NPCs do the heavy lifting. because it's so much easier. Looks like power from one electrical panel isn't enough. There has to be another one. Could you go look for it? Yeah, sure thing, bud, sure thing. There should be another panel somewhere outs abouts over here. Let's go and get our own little pistol, although I gotta say our pistol's a little bit cooler than Chris's, and start doing a little bit of damage over here. I was thinking of maybe sneak attacking a few of these dudes, but I do like having my barrel roll ability ready and rearing to go, because you never know when you might need to roll out of the way of danger, especially because, let me tell you, it's about to get dangerous. Yeah, Chris needs a little bit of help. The big one is currently trying to attack him, which I can't imagine is good. Is he shooting the big one yet, or is he just kind of like, he is shooting the big one. Okay, it looks like he is. I'm just gonna like, is he actually shooting him? I can't tell. Oh, well, you know what? It doesn't matter because now the big one's chasing after me. No, Chris is down. I thought Chris was gonna help me. Wait, I gotta take down the big one by myself? I thought I could just kite the big one around until Chris shot him. Has this changed since I checked it out? I don't know, but I'm taking a little bit of damage, which is not necessarily good. Luckily, this battle with the big one, you are not fighting the big one at full strength. The big one did start at around 200 health, and down the big one goes. Oh, I thought I was done for. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought you were gonna help me there, buddy. But check it out. It's a great opportunity to get your hands on some cheap big bones and also a CAC card Z. And okay, he has come back to helping us, much appreciated. We're gonna let him continue doing his shooting. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, listen, man, this is pretty much the only way of getting this is if you're really lucky on a raid, or if you defeat the big one. And trust me, this is by far the easiest way to defeat the big one, because he is 999 times more difficult in any other context. Wow, something actually still works into here. Yeah, I know, crazy. This abandoned factory don't seem so abandoned. You know, we should shut off the gas here first. Sure thing, bud. Let's go and do exactly that. We got some arrows pointing us in the direction that we gotta go. We got a toxic spitter over here. Can I not actually? Oh, I might need to access that from the great outdoors. I suppose I can do a little bit of that. Hello, fast biter number 1 and fast biter number 2. We got a little valve over here. Can I open this? Okay, good, because I believe we gotta go and do a loop-de-loop over here. Locked from the other side. What? Oh, is the freaking just zombie dead body in the way of the door? It definitely is. Yep. Well, what strategic placement, I must say. There we go. Let's go ahead and do that. Now we can open the box. I love opening boxes. It reminds me of grand old unboxings and opening all the crates and all the goodies. That is one of my favorite pastimes, except when it you know, hurts my bank account a lot. You know, maybe my bank account doesn't like it a lot, but I still love the thrill. 4 engine parts, literally just like that. I love that, man. Like, I gotta say, for your initial run through of the abandoned factory, the fact that they're just like, hey, here's 4 engine parts is pretty freaking sweet. What up, Chris? How's it going? That's it. That's definitely not gonna be enough. Yeah, we need a little more than that. Look, there's another chest on the conveyor belt, but there's no way of getting to it. Oh, I think I know the way. Check the basement. Maybe we can power this thing. Yeah, I'm on it, Chris. Let's go and get to check in that basement. Ka-chow! Absolutely just karate chop through some crates and start making our way down there. Just like y'all should be making your way over down to the very tippity top of the description, where you can check out Twitch.tv Starsnipe, where we are live every single Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, playing Last on Earth, having a ball, having a blast, taking the weekend off right every single week, same time, same place over there at Not Enough Energy. We gotta go the other way at 6 p.m. Eastern time. If you don't know what time that starts in your local time zone, Twitch.tv Starsnipe/schedule will be able to go ahead and help you out once you know what time that it starts in your own local time zone. That is gonna be the same time that it is starting every single week, same time, same place over there. Just looking forward to seeing some of you boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen there. It is a grand old time and a great way of kicking the weekend off right every single week. And again, once you know what time it starts in your own local time zone, same time that it's starting every single week. You got the face cam on, we got the live chat rolling, and it's just overall a grand way of starting the weekend. A bit of a different experience from the usual Last on Earth y'all get on the channel. It's an extra Last on Earth, a couple hours of live streaming that y'all don't get on the YouTube channel. And of course, it is a bit different in that there's the face cam and y'all can literally see my reactions, interact with me live, and interact with the entire community as we're all checking out and having fun, and you know, for example, obliterating some floating bloaters, one of my favorite pastimes of all time. Down with the bloaters and off with their heads. Ah, that never gets old. All right, let's equip the pistol over here, and we are going to have another little zombie at this. Oh no, don't spit on me! Gosh darn it. I really thought that the toxic spitter would wait a little bit and I could at least kill him first before he thought about, you know, spitting on me, but no. No, he's a very, very rude fella. You know, thinking that he could just spit on me like that. You know, not very nice. These zombies, not very nice people. But that's all right. You know, sometimes you got to put up with not very nice people in this world. All right, down with the fast spider, and then there's going to be a toxic spitter, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Nothing too difficult, nothing too new that we have not yet encountered inside of the abandoned factory, but new things we will encounter shortly. Don't you worry about that, because that is exactly what we are in the process of course, unlocking. We are unlocking the new Northern Island region and all that does encompass it. Let's make our way over here. Hello, Chris, how you doing? Now we're talking. Come see what we've got here. What do we got? It better be good. You better not disappoint me, baby. Whoa! 11 engine parts. Dude, literally this quest hand gifts you just a literal handout of 15 engine parts. That is so awesome, and that I love. But I digress. What's up, Chris? We've got everything we need to see you at the port. Yeah, sure thing, man. Listen, you want to go on more quests like this? Can the abandoned factory drop stuff like this more often? Because let me tell you, all right, you don't usually find 15 engine parts hand delivered to your inventory like this, which is, again, I think a big part of this quest line is helping you acquire the materials that you need to build the boat. And that's what I love about these types of updates. Similarly to like the northern region, you know, I feel like, although I will say, I believe there was already a chapter around building the chopper essentially in the game, but this kind of introduces, because again, it introduces 2 chapters into the game. That's not the chapters, that's the battle pass. It introduces 2 chapters, that's the calendar. It introduces 2 chapters into the game, right? It introduces the chapter of Off to New Shores, which is, you know, built around building your freaking boat, and as y'all can see, again, you get some rewards along the way that will help you build it, in addition to like the ones that we literally just got from the abandoned factory. And then of course, you know, the other new chapter, which is actually exploring the northern region. So, you know, from like a free-to-play new player, early game player, this chapter's kind of a game changer, man. It really does help open up the northern island section and help you build what you need to make your way up there. And let me know what y'all think about it in that comment section down below around that as well, because here's the thing, all right? I will say it's a little bit twofold after he's done saying stuff. How am I supposed to work in these conditions? There's not enough power. There are sewers under the port building. There should be a substation there. All right. If we turn it on, we'll solve all of our electricity problems. Let's get to turning it on, baby. Let's turn this thing on. Are you gonna... Is this it? Is this all we need to turn on? No, we actually gotta go down here. The sewers get flooded all the time, and the pump allows us to drain the water. There's no water in the sewers. We can go down. It's funny. He says we. He ain't coming down with us. All right, we're going solo dolo up in here, yo. But as I was saying, that's what I do really love about this update, is that it does truly help enable, and also another thing that I noticed, I'm pretty sure ever since this update dropped, or at least, you know, at least in your, like, your initial run through, I'm pretty sure that like only Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy be crawling out of these things, all right? You got Merman over here, who I've, you know, lovingly called Mermaid Man, and I don't know where Barnacle Boy is, you know, because, oh, it's just another clone of Mermaid Man over here. And, you know, you gotta be careful, because they can cause some, you know, profuse bleeding. This is quite painful if you are not careful. And actually, why don't we go ahead, let's get a little sneaky deaky here. There's gonna be a couple of enemies that we should be able to do some very nice sneak attack damage to, but yeah, my thoughts keep on getting all jumbled up in here. Let's go and cut you up, ready to slice you down. And of course, through this first run, I believe all the ladders are also going to be closed, and you do not need to be making your way up through any of these ladders. I also have heard, supposedly, I don't know how true this is, let me know in the comment section down below if y'all have experienced this, but supposedly the people, all right, the people have claimed that the ladders don't actually exist anymore. Like, even after your first run through, I have heard of people saying, hey, you know, we can't even get through the ladders regardless of the first time, because a lot of people, me included, I just thought it was like a first time run through, the ladders are blocked off. But I've been hearing people in the community say that, you know, every single ladder from here on out is blocked off. So I wonder if that's like a purposeful thing. Let me know if y'all, you know, have experienced that in the comment section down below. I do wonder if that's like a purposeful thing, or maybe it's like a bug, or if maybe instead they've kind of, you know, removed this notion of going up the ladders, and instead you are now just able to go straight to the end of the sewers, and that's where all the main rewards now lie. Maybe they buffed the rewards that are guaranteed to spawn at the end of the sewers, and you no longer need to go up into the ladders, which is, you know, could be good. Because here's the thing, if that is true, you know, it's a bit of a bummer because I'm always a fan of more content, and being able to explore those upper areas is definitely some content. But on the other hand, it's very dangerous going up there because previously, if you went up the ladder, as soon as you left, the ladder collapsed and you were not able to return to it. Here's the thing, you know what counts as leaving? Dying. If you died up there, all your loot was cooked, brother. It was all gone. And also, yo, did they nerf the mermen as well? They're not causing profuse bleeding. This is awesome. Wait a minute. Yeah, so dude, if that's true, if the thing about the ladders that I've mentioned is true, which I'd love to hear from you all in that comment section down below. If y'all have experienced what I'm talking about with, you know, all these ladders just constantly being blocked. Previously, supposedly, you would only be able to go up 2 ladders. Only 2 ladders would be unlocked, and you'd be able to go up them. But as soon as you left them, then they would just go ahead and kind of block themselves like this, and you would not be able to return. So again, as soon as you left, dying counts as leaving. If you died up there, you would lose everything permanently. If they kind of got rid of that notion of the ladders and just moved all the best loot to the end of the actual like sewers, I'm not gonna lie, as much of a bummer as it is that there would technically be less content in the sewers, that is good in that you don't need to worry about dying in the sewers in a way where you lose everything, because if you die down here, you can just come back. If you die up in the ladder regions, it's GG, it's no re, you know? But all right, I still hear a couple of dangerous zombies up and about in some of these rooms. And again, you don't really need to clear through all of these rooms. The side rooms truly are optional if you just want to try to open some of the chests that we've been opening. And again, they can have good stuff. Like we've already got a couple of car air filters out of here, which can be kind of annoying to get your hands on otherwise. But then you got rooms that sometimes you open up and it's like, oh, wait a minute, there's absolutely nothing in here. So, you know, up to you. I mean, the side rooms are the side hustle, but if you're just trying to build your boat, it does seem to me like the chest at the very end is gonna be what you're looking for, especially if these ladders, you know, are indeed blocked as they claim. But I mean, even if this rumor is true, you know, which again, I'm very looking forward to hearing what the community themselves has experienced before I get my own opportunity to run through this a couple more times and, you know, see things for myself. And let's just get rid of some of those empty tin cans over there. If that is true, I mean, it's still a little bit difficult. I mean, y'all have seen some of the enemies we come across. They're no pushovers, especially when you get to the end where there is going to be a frenzied giant-like opponent awaiting us that is quite fast and quite dangerous, that you are definitely going to want to be careful around. But for now, beautiful. We can at least sneak up on this carrion, which is guaranteed to do 20 damage to you per spit, no matter what, which can definitely be a little bit annoying. And then you are going to be tasked with a bit of a, I don't want to call him a boss, but of a mini boss. We got the Berserker here, who essentially is like a really fast frenzy giant. As you can see, he's hustling, he's bustling. He's got the movement speed of a floater bloater, but the health and the damage of a frenzy giant. Now, luckily, you know, if you get him in the sludge, you always move a little bit faster than him, and especially in the sludge, since he's moving so slow, he stays within your range longer, so pretty good strategy there. Bring him to the sludge as long as there's no other zombies swarming you. Deal with them from the distance, or you can also wall trick him up against whatchamacallit, just one of these wall-like structures around here if you're feeling confident, because again, he does do damage like a frenzy giant. He is gonna be hitting, and he's gonna be hitting hard. And we have went ahead, turn that thing back on, and of course we are gonna wanna open up this chest at the very end, and voila! We've got some goods coming our way, a little bit of asbestos, electronic circuits, air filters, and I'm sure that, you know, we have the opportunity to get the motorboat engines as well. But for now, let's go ahead and make our way back up, because we should have done everything that we need to unlock the lighthouse and ultimately unlock the northern region, which is going to be very good. Yeah. I'm very excited for this, my friends. Hey, Chris, I've turned things on. It's working great. Let's report it to Citizen K. All right. Okay, Citizen K, how's it going, buddy? You did well. Now it's up to Alberts. They're supposed to get in touch anytime now. Yep. No, nothing. Code Red, we try. Tell him the cancer. Airlock open. Spores. Calbert, we can't hear you. What's going on over there? Doesn't sound good. We can't leave them. Chris, gather everyone who stayed here and get ready. We need to head out as soon as possible. Discuss the plan with Chris. I will happily do exactly that. Albert and Citizen K, do you copy? Come in. We just finished a bunch of like quests there instantly. If I believe that what that was the quests of building the boat, because again, we already have the boat built, but if we didn't, that quest would kind of be telling you, hey, Build your dang boat. You gotta use it, all right? At dawn we ride type of stuff. Hello, Chris. We're almost ready to go, but first we need to figure out why the signal's breaking up. Okay, we can figure that out. There's a tower next to a beacon nearby. Could you tune it up? Sure thing, Chrissy Poo, sure thing. And off to the island watchtower we go. Plenty of gasolina in here. A little bit more, I suppose. I can just throw that into there. And let's definitely go ahead and equip a couple of heavier hitting weapons because, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of a boss awaits us. Let's go off into the global map in our beautiful little motorboat and let's get to work at the island watchtower, which unlocks the following locations of the oil rig, sand quarry, dead island, old mine, and landfill. Except we still can't go to the oil rig. That'll be cool one day when we can finally do that, right? But let's go and make our way over here. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, prepare your pants, all right? Because a boss battle awaits. And this is one that if you don't know what you're getting into going into it, could be a little bit overwhelming. So make sure that you are prepared because the going is gonna get a little bit tough. The music is intense. The generator is broken. It's beyond fixing. We should follow the cables to see where they lead. Yeah, they're gonna lead to a boss. A nasty, nasty, nasty boss if we just go ahead and make our way over here. He's gotta switch on the generator. And I hope that you're ready. Because as soon as we turn this thing on, we got this guy making an appearance. Our first experience with a spore generating enemy. And here's the thing, it looks like if you're just even close to the guy, yeah, you want to keep your distance from the lighthouse keeper because even being close to him, you will gather some of that freaking spore stuff. And obviously as he runs around, he also does leave a trail of spore. And again, if you all have seen the other videos that we've done around this, that's going to be very bad because that is going to, if you fill up on that meter of the spore stuff, you're gonna be in trouble. You are going to essentially start getting stun locked every couple of seconds. And okay, as long as we can keep getting him. Oh, no, 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 no. Wow, he's doing some big hits over there. Good thing that we brought medical supplies. We're just gonna try to get him, bait him into doing his next big attack over there. Get the heck out of that. And you just wanna be staying outside of these zones because by staying in those zones, again, we're gonna be accruing those infections. And Lighthouse Keeper, let's go ahead and bring you over here. And you know what? I wanna take you down the Starsnipe way. Let's equip our favorite weapon over here. And without further ado, let's kind of get him into a little melee. Shotgun raid! Some state drive the Keeper. Oh, dang! That was close. Okay. That's what I get for trying to kill him the Starsnipe way. You got a little bit dangerous up in there. Whew. Yeah, so again, these things on the ground, you're going to be experiencing this throughout this entire update. All right? You will be gaining infection by standing within that. When you are full on infected, you are going to be occasionally coughing and getting stunned. And also you got to worry about taking damage. It is dangerous and you've got to be careful. And this Lighthouse Keeper is your first experience with that type of stuff. And it's only going to get harder from here on out, especially once you start getting to the main boss of this update, Concilium. But now that we have done this, we have essentially gone ahead and completed this entire chapter. That is the first of the new chapters. That is unlocking the northern regions. And now it's time for us to move on to the Sprouts of Evil, where we must go to the sand quarry and did not mean to do that. We must go to the sand quarry, and then of course if you look here, Sprouts of Evil is the first quest in the island region, which will ultimately culminate in us battling Concilium, which is going to be the new big bad boss of the northern region. But I did want to make sure to go and give a little bit of love to this first chapter since I did not get the opportunity to record or show it off during our preview of things. But now we're going to be making our way over to the sand quarry. And if y'all want to go ahead and see what the rest of this update is like already, be sure again to go and check out those other videos that we did drop on the channel. The previous two videos, we got the video checking out everything but the boss, and then we got the video checking out specifically the boss. So links to those two videos will be in the top right hand corner of the screen if you go ahead and click on that. Also try to have them right here at the end screen of the video, and of course potentially in the description and pinned comment as well to make it as easy for y'all to get to, because from here on out we've already shown all of this off, so y'all can already see how all of this stuff goes down. Of course we'll be going back through it again because we got to unlock everything for realsies on our real account now and get to grind it and fight in Concilium for reals. That's just our wrap it up for you for now. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.